friends, just like you're in your backyard. And that's kind of how we always designed this concept in the bar is, you know, it's like being in your house. You're meeting your friends, your local neighbors. You're sitting there having a drink and talking and just having some fun. So.
Well, I know people refer to you as our local Cheers bar.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how we view it, and we're really lucky to have a pretty loyal clientele. And you know, our goal and what we always try to do is we're a little bit elevated, but we also try to be accessible. You know, you can kind of drink the way you want here. If you want super high-end tequilas, mezcal, bourbons, scotches, we got them. But also, if you just want to come in for a $6 glass of wine and beer and some fries, we have that as well. So we try to be friendly and what I would call value. You know, it's value both on the regular meal, but also if you want to spend a little more and really try some of our great selections. And one of the other things we do is our craft cocktails. And Johnny's going to start making one for you now. You know, one of the other nice things about our bartenders is, you know, they'll ask you, hey, what do you like? And they'll develop and make a cocktail specifically for you based on kind of, you know, the things that you enjoy, whether it be a cocktail like you see up there, or you get a little bit more of a you know, liquor forward, you know, Manhattan or old fashioned. Johnny, you want to show what you're pouring right now?
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a riff on a gin sour. It's one of our cocktails. Right now I put some green chartreuse, some absinthe in there. There's a little bit of egg white in here, some of the sour. We're going to do a little bit of a dry shake.
And one of the nice things you'll see about it is it's all about fresh ingredients. We source almost everything from local farms. You'll see some of our dehydrated fruits. We're even building a really cool garden in the back to source some of our own, what would you call it? Basil.
Herbs, like mint and herbs. Well, we seem to have some connectivity issues. I can't tell if it's me or if it's them. I hope they can come back. Right in the middle of making a cocktail.
Okay, you want to try it again? You missed it all.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'd like to try that.
Apologize. Johnny, you want to go through this one more time?
Anyways, let's just talk about this. So the Grandma Georgia, this is like a coffee and cigarettes old fashioned. We have a Scotch from Ireland here, coffee bitters, aromatic bitters. This is in a nice 100-proof bottle and bond rye. Nice refreshing cocktail, the Oceana. Organic cucumber water, lemon, elderflower, vodka, basil. I just made the Poseidon's Requiem and a little bit of green chartreuse, absinthe. We burn that. We do a riff on a gin sour. I'm going to put a little bit of sea salt.
Mmm. I'm getting thirsty.
And one of the cool things about our bar and lounge is you'll see you can't come in here and not run into one of your neighbors or friends and whatnot. So that's always kind of fun too.
Yeah, that's great. That's what we like about being in the neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, other things to add, you know, we have an amazing whiskey collection. We're very boutique-y here. Amazing gin, amazing mezcals. We're just trying to offer everybody something a little bit more, a little bit different, kind of get them outside of their wheelhouse a little bit. And that's one of the people, when they come here, they enjoy it because we have all these amazing, obviously, bartenders and cocktails, but we also have all these amazing spirits that not a lot of people have. So it's kind of an experience. We do a little bit of education. We teach people about the different spirits, the different cocktails, the history. So it's kind of a fun environment.
And where do you find your bartenders? I understand they're the best bartenders on the West Side.
We've had Molly since inception. So we found her via NorCal, via Colorado.
You know what's kind of cool is our group of bartenders comes from all parts of the country, and they've worked in some of the best bars in the world, and we were lucky enough to find people who are really passionate about making great cocktails and sharing their knowledge and having fun, and not in a pretentious way, in a casual, obviously these are amazing cocktails, but having fun with it, and just look, this is not rocket science. We want people to come in and feel comfortable in here and not intimidated by what they're doing as well.
I was talking to our local council member, Laura MD, today, and telling her about this interview. And she was telling me when she went there, she kind of expected that it would be, bar food, just your regular bar food. And she got the grilled cheese. And when she bit into it, she quickly realized there was nothing like regular bar food about it, that it was sensational.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're really proud of our food. I will tell you, we're going to go a little bit. We're going to be adding some new things this fall. Certainly some things that are more seasonal, but we want to kind of continue to, not only do we have some things that are, what I would say, we have from healthful to sinful. So if you can also there too, because some people want to have a light sashimi or a tuna roll, and some people want to come in and indulge in some fries and a gooey grilled cheese ham sandwich. So we try to make all of our food gourmet, and the other thing that we should let people know is we have an amazing to-go selection of craft cocktails that we do in mason jars, and they're actually relatively fairly priced. I think we're charging between $30 and $35. It's like getting 5 or 6 drinks brought to your house, having friends over or whatnot. And that was pretty popular, especially when COVID started. But I think people are still yearning for that experience of getting out and experiencing. I think they can come to George's and find a safe place to do that.
So are your tables usually pretty much completely full every single night? Like, do people have to call a few days in advance to get a reservation, or what would you recommend?
It's interesting now. We found that, and I like it myself when I go out and dine, it makes it easier for us to control. Part of the reason we're doing reservations is we don't want long lines of people sitting around waiting outside. So we want them to have the convenience of knowing when they show up they have a table. We certainly recommend it. Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights we're pretty much booked out, and it is recommended that you call at least 3-4 days a week in advance. But we certainly, if we have the room, we will certainly get you in. But always, I would suggest calling ahead. It makes the most sense, just because you don't want to show up and not have a place to come in. It's always disappointing.
Exactly. When did you open up your outdoor patio?
We opened up in middle of July. We actually shut down from middle of March until then. And we opened up, we started doing the takeout food, takeout cocktails. And then as we got the permit from the city and the liquor board, we were able to open up this. And our hope is, we really only lost 1 parking space. We have one of the other nice things about our, not that people usually drive anymore, because most people Uber, Lyft, or they live close by where they can walk or even take their electric bikes. But we have a parking lot that has over 20 spots right next door, including handicap spots. So our hope is, because this is California, people want that indoor-outdoor experience, and much like Europe sometimes is, and even in the winter, outdoor dining is really popular, and we want to be able to offer both here. And we're hoping that the city, you've seen such a big success in other parts of the city, that we're hoping that they're going to allow us to keep it, because really we lost 1 parking, and people are really enjoying being outdoors. And it's not just COVID for that. That's just California living.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the bright spots out of all of this, is that it's really opened up a lot of opportunities for outdoor dining, and it seems like everybody loves it.
Well, let's make sure the city of Redondo hears that when this is over, so we can try to keep that, because it's something we all, and it's an amenity for our communities.
Exactly. So can people also take out your food to go as well? Is it your full menu? Is that what's available for takeout?
They sure can. And we would love for you guys to call anytime. Our kitchen opens up at 4 o'clock and closes at 10 o'clock every day.
Great. So can we go online and order, or what's the best way to do that?
You know, the best way to do it is just call right now.
Okay.
Call, pick up, and we'll get your order. And usually we can have it out in 15 to 20 minutes.
Great. Great. So can you tell us a little history about Georgia's Lounge, how it came about, who's Georgia?
Yep. So we purchased this property about 2.5 years ago. It was called Rebo's prior, and Gasser's Lounge, so which was kind of more of a rockabilly vibe. How would you call it? Much more casual. And we decided, hey, obviously things have changed a little bit in the South Bay, and we felt like there's plenty of everyday neighborhood bars that people go to, or watering holes, and we wanted to bring something a little more elevated, and we thought there was a need for that. So we decided to, we did a full remodel on the place, put a new bar in. This place never had a kitchen prior to this, so we added food and whatnot, and but we wanted to make it comfortable and elevated. That cheers meets sophistication, so you can come for a great date night, or also come and catch a game, or just meet up with a friend after work. We also have we had a lot of celebrations here, whether it be a 40th, 50th, baby shower, all kinds of different celebrations. Those are on hold right now, but we're hoping to get them back, early next year at some point. And
Right.
we do anticipate, one of the other nice things that, during the remodel and after COVID, we also put in a UV system into our ducts. So any type of air that goes through our air conditioning or duct system goes through that UV system, which kills all the germs. And we haven't used it much because we really haven't had much in-person dining inside. But, that'll be one of the nice things, because we do anticipate, probably in a month or two, that they're going to allow us to go back to 25%. And so you'll be able to have a little bit of, if some of those people do want to come in and prefer that, I think it'll be an equally safe, social distancing side as well. I think the hope for everyone is that we're getting close to a vaccine and close to getting through this, and because I think everyone's getting really tired.
Yeah. So how was the time off with your team? I mean, were you able to retain all of your bartenders and everything?
We did. Everyone actually got laid off for a couple months, which is tough for them. They all kept up good spirits. We met quite often, and we were all excited to get back to work. So, and we were received really warmly when we reopened by a lot of regular guests who continue to support. One of the great things about the South Bay, it truly is a family, and we've kind of built that here at Georgia. We're really proud of.
Yeah, that's what at the North Redondo Beach Business Association that we're so proud of, is that our area is a real community area, and people have really turned out for our local businesses. It's been really heartwarming to see that.
Well, and we appreciate you showcasing us today, and we're going to have a lot of cool new things for the fall coming up, and a lot of surprises coming. So we hope you guys will come and visit and let us know that you saw us on this.
Yeah, definitely. Now, what about Georgia's Lounge? Is there a Georgia?
There's a grandma Georgia, and there's a baby Georgia. So, and Grandma Georgia was a spicy old lady who loved a good cigar and bourbon, and she did that until she was 93 years old. So, and then baby Georgia is probably following in her footsteps. She's only 2, but she's pretty sassy as well.
Yeah, you can tell she's spicy, right?
That's right.
And is it your grandmother and your daughter, or?
It is, yes.
Great. So, and then have you lived in Redondo Beach or the South Bay, or how did you find the location?
Jonny and I both have been in the South Bay for the last 30 years, working in various establishments. We also own a couple other restaurants. So we've been in the LA community doing this for quite some time. And, we're excited to be in Redondo, and so excited. That's the nice thing about being in this community. A lot of people, and they've come out to support us. And we're not just a Redondo Beach bar. I would say we are because we kind of sit on that corner of Hermosa, Redondo, we're literally where the triangle meets at Manhattan Beach. And the nice thing now, getting around, it's a $4 Uber from Manhattan Beach. We're right up from the pier. You can walk in a 7-8 minute walk to the pier in Hermosa. We've reached good parts of Redondo Beach. We're sitting in the, kind of a little bit of a community right off Huntington and Aviation. So.
Yep. You're in the heart of it, and we're so happy to have you in North Redondo Beach, and especially because of all of your offerings. I think how many different kinds of whiskey do you have?
Right now, we're probably rolling at like 60 or 70 different types of whiskey, and we got some unique ones. And that's one of the things we're also focusing on is a little bit elevating our selection and giving people an opportunity to try something that you really can't find out there and that are highly selective. They're not cheap, those, bourbons and scotches right now are mezcals, tequilas are the hot thing. But we have a great selection both on the more affordable side, and certainly we have a nice selection on the little bit more expensive side.
And then before COVID, did you have like tasting events or anything like that?
Jonny?
Yeah, we did. Every Wednesday was wine night. We would do wine flights. Sometimes I would partner with wineries. Sometimes I would put together. We would theme it Spain, Italy, France. And then Thursday night was whiskey. We did everything from Japanese whiskeys. We did Scotland. March for St. Patty's Day, we did Ireland, and we basically do a lot of education. We put the flights together so people can learn about the whiskeys. Sometimes people just want to drink them, but it's kind of cool when people they get to learn a little bit about it. We did a whiskey dinner with Heaven and Hills. We did some really highly allocated whiskeys. We did a wine dinner with Patnay, which is a local Jimmy Fox, who is the King's announcer. He makes an amazing Pinot Noir. We did that.
One of the great things Johnny's done is build, I would say one of the things when we built this bar, where do you go have you ever been to a bar that has a great glass of wine? Not really. So we wanted to have those all across the board. Most of our beers that you'll see over there are local craft beers from some of our neighbors here.
Right.
And that's part of working with the community. Of course, we have the Blue Whale Gin that's from Redondo Beach. And is it Blue Whale, Jonny?
Yeah.
Gray Whale, I'm sorry.
Marsh, Gray Whale Gin.
And a lot of the craft cocktails are from our local breweries. So
Excellent.
we're lucky because this, and the other interesting is we have such a knowledgeable staff, and I always find it interesting that people really sit there and listen and want to know about these spirits, these cocktails, all the ingredients that go into it. They're really people are, I think that's, with Top Chef and all these shows now, people are generally interested in this. So, want to get to know, what they're drinking and are inquisitive. So it's always interesting. We have a great staff that can really educate them a little bit as well, if they want to be. We're just come in and relax and get away from the world.
Well, there's something relaxing about learning about all different kinds of whiskeys, so it's perfect. Well, thank you very much. I know you're starting to get busy probably, but thank you so much, Jonny and Tim. It's been great, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.